everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my own personal intervention against myself, okay? I need to finish these books. Today is July 24th. It is 1 week before the start of Battle-a-thon, which if you aren't signed up or if you don't know what it is, it's a read-a-thon based on like your 5-star predictions essentially. It is hosted by Mel from Mellenor Reads and it starts on August 1st. And I got some stuff to do before then, okay? I have at least 2 books to finish before then. And my goal for this vlog is to just help me get motivated into finishing these books. I'm gonna quick talk about the books that I'm gonna be starting off reading and the one that I'm most interested in reading tonight, which is When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker, okay? Girl, I am 75% into this book. I've been reading this book for almost 2 months now, and it is a crime. I need to finish this. And there is no reason why I haven't finished it yet, other than the fact that I don't want to sit down and physically read. I just like haven't been in the mood to like sit down and read. I've really been in the mood to walk around and like do other things and like listen to podcasts and whatever. But I need to finish this book. It is unacceptable. I will not be carrying this book over into August. It needs to be done, and not in a way that I like don't enjoy the reading experience, because I absolutely do. And I think I'm gonna give this book my favorite book of the year. But like, I just have been reading it for too long, okay? I was actually initially reading this book with Camille from Camille of Books on Instagram, one of my absolute favorite bookstagrammers. Love her to death. She is so sweet. She has finished this book like literally 3 weeks ago at this point, and I'm still here. I'm still here. We're following our main character, Rave, and she's kind of like an assassin. She is sent by this like rebel group to like do some dirty work and like unalive some people, and she gets stuck in some sticky situations, and then she meets this like really hot prince, and then they fall in love. Not yet. They haven't yet. The enemies to lovers, it's enemying to lovering, you know? And the world building is incredible. The writing is stunning. It just captivates you with every word you read, and there is actually nothing wrong with this book in my opinion, and there's no excuse for me to have taken as long to read this book as I have. Again, I've just like not been in a physically reading mood, and I tried to listen to this on audio, hated the narration, so I've had to like actually sit down and focus on reading this. So this is the first book that I'm going to be reading in this vlog. The second book that I'm going to be reading in this vlog is The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. Now, you might be thinking, what? It's not a fantasy romance. Guys, I'm in a book club, okay? And this is the book club pick. This book was chosen for my in-person book club with like a bunch of my friends, and we're meeting on August 1st. So I literally have 1 week to finish the book. Many other people have finished the book in this book club already, and they have like given it mixed reviews. I know this is like one of BookTube's best books of last year, and just like was a very well rated book in general. I don't know what it's about. I don't want to know what it's about because it's a thriller, and I want to go into a thriller completely blind. But my sister read it because my sister is joining this book club this month, and she was like, didn't love it. So really interested to see what I'm gonna think. She said the ending was what did it for her and why she didn't like it that much. But yeah, that is the second book I absolutely have to read in this vlog. Like, I didn't finish the last book club book I read, and I was actually personally ashamed. It doesn't matter. Everyone in my book club is so nice, and they like don't care if you read the book or not. Like, it's honestly just like a social hour. But I don't want to be that girl again, okay? I need to actually read the book, and I told myself I was going to be good and like start the book way earlier this month, and I didn't. If I somehow magically read both of those books and I still have time to spare, I would really like to continue with my reread of Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. I'm about 60% into my reread so far, absolutely loving it. It's hitting on the reread. It is so good, but that would be the book that I would read after I finish When the Moon Hatched and The Housemaid. So I gotta go. I literally gotta go pick up Read right now, and I will see you guys in the next clip. Bye. Hello everyone. Welcome me back to the video because it's been literally a week. Yikes. Okay, hi, today is July 30th, aka one day prior to the day where I was supposed to end the vlog, because Battle-a-thon is starting on Thursday. But guess who just started The Housemaid like 2 days ago? This girl. I will say I have read a little bit, but I had a really busy weekend. We went to a cabin and like I genuinely just like haven't had time to pick up a book yet. I haven't made literally any progress in When the Moon Hatched. That's a lie. I think I read maybe like another 20 pages of it. But I'm pretty sure I still have at least 100 pages left of When the Moon Hatched. While I may not finish this vlog by tomorrow evening, I will be finishing it sometime this week because I want to finish these books up before I start Battle-a-thon. So a little bit of an update. I want to start off with The Housemaid because I actually am into it. I'm like maybe 60 pages into the book and it's probably like, I don't know, 17 or 18%. But I genuinely started it like 2 days ago and I feel like I was just going. Like last night I was reading in bed for like 30 minutes and no part of me wanted to stop reading. I was hooked. Like I was locked in. I haven't read a thriller like this in a really, really, really long time. Let me just give you a little bit of a synopsis. So we're following our main character. To be honest, don't even know what her name is, but I do know that she basically applied to this job to be the nanny, like live-in nanny and like, you know, help around the house for this very wealthy couple in Brooklyn. The father and mother of this household named Nina and Andrew, and they have a daughter named Cecilia. And Cecilia has been described as like a creepy doll. Like she's like the type of like little girl that sits there in the horror films and like it's that kind of a vibe. So that's cute. But Nina, who is the matriarch of this family, is given a little bit off her rocker, okay? She will request things that she says, oh, didn't I tell you to clean the kitchen? And the main character's like, no, you never told me that. And she's like, yes, I told you, why isn't it clean? And she will like continuously, it's like almost like gaslighting a little bit, making the main character think that her reality is not what it actually is, or like making her like second guess her reality. Nina is giving what's going on there. The husband, or like the male head of household, seems very sane. But it's also giving like, is the main character of the book going to like, I don't know, is there going to be like some kind of like romantic interest in Andrew? I'm not sure yet, but I'm getting those kind of vibes, like maybe a little bit. But I feel like this really has triggered memories of me back from when I've read previous thrillers, kind of in this like domestic thriller genre, namely like Verity or like Under Lock and Key, I think, by Ruth Ware. I think that was another one I read, or like Turn of the Key or something along those lines. But I really haven't read a bunch of them, but I feel like it's just giving the same exact vibes as all those other ones. I'm super, super into it right now, but I've heard from people from my book club that they haven't loved it. So I'm wondering how this twist is going to play out. I'm just really happy that I'm super into it right now. I don't want to stop reading. I feel like I'm going to sit down and read all evening, with the exception of me watching the women's team final gymnastics final or whatever it is. Oh my God, wait, going off on a little tangent for a second. I'm loving the Olympics. Team USA, go you Team USA, okay? Wait, the men's final in the Olympics last night. Did you see the pommel horse guy? We stan, okay? But yes, I am genuinely really enjoying The Housemaid. I have a feeling I will be finishing with this book within the next few days. The book club is on August 1st, which is literally 48 hours from now. And I really do think I can finish this. Like, it's just giving like, I will not be able to put this book down. I am super into it. Like, I just feel like I'm gonna be reading it solid over the next 48 hours and I will be finishing it in time. And it's only like 300 pages, so we got it. And then the other book, When the Moon Hatched, like I said, have not gotten a lot farther in that one, but it is what it is. I will be finishing that book by the time this vlog ends, so just wait for it, okay? So that was my brief check-in. I am starving and I'm gonna go get some food because I just went to yoga and it's like 8 p.m. and I need to eat dinner. Okay, I'll see you in the next clip. Bye! What is up, guys? Today is August 1st. Happy salt air season. Had the book club tonight, and guess who finished the book? Me. Guess who finished literally 1 hour before everyone came over, this girl. And I know this is not good booktube etiquette to just be like, yo, I'm reading this book and then just be done with the book right away. Normally I would give you updates as I was reading, but I literally read that book. I was like at 50% when I went to sleep last night, woke up, went to work, and then I was at like 80% when I got home and had to finish the book really quick. So I've literally read it all within the last 2 days. Quick review, hated it. Didn't love it. I don't really understand why this book has so much like hype and why people love it so much. I don't understand. If I could rename the title of this book, it would be The Gaslighter. I gave it 2 stars because while I didn't really enjoy the plot, I felt like I kept going. Like it kept me intrigued enough to want to finish the book. I didn't hate it enough to give up on the book or DNF it like I typically would with a 2-star, but I feel like I didn't actually deem it a 2-star until I was at like 80%. And by that time, I was just kind of like skimming the book at this point because I just wanted to be done with it. And I also just felt like it was not that, like the writing was not that deep. It was just very kind of surface level. I felt like it was very elementary writing. And there was also like the author made it so obvious, like the plot holes in the book, she made it glaringly obvious. Like it was like, I went to go pick these things out of the closet and I picked out this and this and this and one other thing. And it's just like, of course, she picked out something that is going to be important later on in the story. I felt like the characters were not very well fleshed out as a character. I could not reasonably look at any of these people and like think they were well-rounded human beings. They were very one-dimensional. So didn't like the writing, didn't like the characters, plot, also didn't like it. I'm really not into books that have a type of like domestic abuse type of situation. I'm not gonna like spoil anything if you are interested in reading it, but there were some situations about violence against women. Hate it, okay? I hate it. It literally just, why? I don't get why people have liked this book. And it was not for me. It was not for me. Will not be continuing in this series. I also like, they left the book so open-ended for it to go on to another series when I think it could have just been finished. And I mean, I know they did that so that the author could like make more money, and like obviously it's a very popular thriller series at this point, but just like, I just didn't like it. I will not be continuing on. Left me with an icky feeling, hoping I'm not gonna have like some kind of nightmare that I am like in this book tonight. You know, that kind of deal. So I just kind of want to be done with the book and moving on. But that's my final review. 2 stars, would not really recommend. Maybe if you like a thriller or just starting to get into reading, maybe you like it. But like if you are someone who enjoys good writing, wouldn't recommend. If you are someone who enjoys, you have to really think about a plot, wouldn't recommend. I literally feel like I figured the book out like halfway through the book, and then the last half of the book I was just like, can we just be done? Can we just be done? So that's that. Moving on. Wait, good news ahead though. The next book we picked for book club, which is going to be the last week of August, aka I'm going to be reading it in the month of August, is Powerless by Lauren Roberts, which was already on my August TBR, which I'm so pumped about. I have to find a way to get the book because it's not on Kindle Unlimited. Pretty sure I'm just gonna have to go to Barnes & Noble and get it, but super psyched about that. So definitely going to be reading that book this month. But moving on, I am just going to be reading When the Moon Hatched. I don't have any plans this weekend, which I'm so excited about. So I'm going to be finishing When the Moon Hatched in the last part of this vlog, and I cannot wait. Oh, the fact that this has taken me so long to read, it's just, I need to be done with the book. It is so good. I know I'm giving it 5 stars already. I've just had like been reading this book for so long, and I've had so many like things that have gotten in the way of my reading, aka Love Island, aka the Olympics. I think I started this book back in like May and it's just been like one thing after another. Haven't been able to finish the book, but like I am sitting down and I'm going to finish this book like tomorrow. So that's what's next up on the TBR. We'll check in when I have made a little bit more progress on that. I'm literally at 80%. I need to finish it. Okay, we're finishing this book by tomorrow or Saturday. Also, go Team USA, okay? You guys, the Olympics has been so good. It's been so good. I am obsessed with watching the gymnastics. it is a feat of humanity. Like Simone Biles and Suni Lee, my Minnesota girl. Oh, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with it. And the swimming, the Summer Olympics, it awakens something within my soul. It just is so nostalgic for me. I love it. I love it. Go Team USA. Okay, I'll see you in the next clip. Bye. I'm trying to cut my own bangs right now, and this is the first time I've ever done it. Ever since I got bangs, I always went into a hairstylist to get them cut or trimmed, but I just like, I don't know, I just wanted to save money, so I bought a $6 pair of hair cutting scissors, and I'm attempting. This is girlhood, you guys. Like, have you ever been a girl if you haven't tried to cut your own bang? We're taking it really slow. I'm just going like literal centimeter by centimeter, cutting them off, and wish me luck. Also, sorry if you can hear the fan in here. You can't turn the light on in this room without the fan. I cut my bang. Honestly, they're not like a huge difference from before. I left them kind of long, especially on the sides, because I kind of like the either or option of either just doing a straight across bang, like styling it like that, or doing like a little kind of like side parted curtain bang. I don't know, it's giving options, so I enjoy that. I have truly had the best evening. Well, first of all, Reed's not here, so worked out, came home, made myself a bangin' pesto chicken sandwich, then took an everything shower, got all my nice smelling lotion on, and now I'm gonna sit down and honestly, I really should try and finish my book, but I kind of want to put on a good movie. You know what I could do? I'm gonna put on a Studio Ghibli movie because I don't actually have to watch those movies, so they're just my comfort movies, and then I'm gonna read my book whilst watching the movie, and that is gonna be, oh my God, this is adulthood. This is being an adult, you guys. Like, could I be more happy right now? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I am living my best life right now. Also, like, we've just been so social for the past like month, and it's so nice to just have a night to myself. But also I get scared being in a house alone that someone is secretly living in this house or is secretly snuck in and is about to like murder me in my sleep. So does anyone else feel like that? Okay, I'm gonna put on a Studio Ghibli movie and just have myself like a cute cozy little night. Okay, bye. What's up? Hi, it's Saturday morning. Okay, I didn't finish When the Moon Hatched last night, but I literally have like 40 pages left. I was reading in bed and then my eyes just closed and I fell asleep. So, not my fault, but I'm gonna finish it this morning. And I can't wait. Before I picked this book up from yesterday, I probably hadn't read it in over a month. No, not over a month. It's been at least 2 weeks, okay? Because I went deep into the depths of season 6 of Love Island USA. If you know, you know. Please comment down below if you've watched it. It took over my life. I didn't do anything for a solid like 4 days other than watch that show. And I'm not like the biggest TV person. Like, I really don't watch, like binge watch shows like often like that. But I haven't read this book in a little while. Why did I stop where I stopped? I literally stopped right before the best part of the book. Like, also, that's the enemies to lovers are lovering. And it's giving. And it's giving. Oh my God, those scenes, holy crap. I was deceased. Would recommend this book if you are a fantasy romance girly, if you love fantasy. This is your book. I am obsessed with it. I'm so in love with this book. Yeah, but I have 40 pages left and then finally be able to start on my Battle-a-thon reads. I don't know what I'm gonna read first. This was kind of a pointless update, but whatever. Gonna go read and finish the book and I will report back to you with my final thoughts in just a little bit. Bye. Guys, I finished it. I finished it. The way I feel about this book. Okay, honestly, the ending wasn't as climactic as I had hoped it would be. I mean, there was like a bigger event, I guess, that happened in the ending, but I feel like we were left hanging on some things, which I know are probably gonna come to fruition in the second book. Overall thoughts, 5 stars. 5 stars, best fantasy romance I have read this year, if not alone ever read. I love this book. I feel like this book was made for me, honestly. It is a chunky book, first of all. It sets a fantasy world up beautifully. It's like an epic fantasy romance is the best way I can describe it. And that is a genre that was meant for my soul, okay? Sarah A. Parker, you know what I want, and you gave me what I want, okay? Also, not only is the fantasy world incredible, is the writing impeccable, but the tension, the enemies to lovers tension, babe. I don't think I've ever read any better enemies to lovers tension. Like, what is another book that even competes? I honestly don't know. And I feel like I like this better than, hot take, I actually think I like this better than Sarah J. Maas. I said it. I really honestly do. I am in love with this book. I feel like this book is absolute perfection and I like cannot wait for the rest of the series to come out. Oh, it's like, it's killing me that I gotta wait literally over a year for the second book to come out. But in that time, I'm definitely going to reread this again. Like, I already know I want to give this a reread. It was so good. And I also think I did a disservice to this book in reading it over such a long amount of time. It made me forget a few things that had happened. So once I got to the end, I feel like I wasn't as fully impacted as the ending as if I had read the book within a span of like a week or 2 weeks, you know? So I think that's on me that I ruined the reading. I don't even think I ruined the reading experience. It just took me way longer than I expected and I didn't prioritize the book enough. And I really don't think that says anything about the book. It's like me. Whenever I read books that are over 500 pages, it usually takes me like a minimum of a month to read them, just because my life ends up getting in the way in one way or another. You know, that aside, truly, I think this is probably my favorite fantasy romance I've ever read. It was everything. It was everything. I feel like the world was so beautiful. She really, like, I have a vivid image of what this world looks like in my brain. And at the end of the book, she like has this little author's note. It's like a little thank you of like her writing the book. And like, she says, I hope you fell in love with this world as I did, that the story gave you a smile, a tear, a warm feeling in your chest. I hope for just a moment you felt as though you were pressed between these pages. I just, praise be. I am so glad I got the Fairy Loot edition of this book. I don't know. Okay, all that to say, if you are a fantasy romance lover, if you are an epic fantasy lover, if you are an enemies to lovers romance girly, you need to read this book. You need to read this book. I will sing its praises till the end of time. Literally bury me with this book. I love it. I just cannot wait for the rest of the series. Okay, I can't sing its praises enough. And Sarah A. Parker, you have worked your craft and you are an author that is made for me. That is all there is to say, period, end of sentence. When the Moon Hatched, 5 stars, maybe my favorite book of the year. Okay, cool. So I am going to end the vlog here. I have officially finished the 2 books that I wanted to read before I got into my Battle-a-thon reads. I am starting a little bit late with Battle-a-thon, but it's totally okay. I wanted to finish these books first before I hopped into something new, and I'm so glad I finally just sat down and got these books done. I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you have not joined Battleathon yet, going to leave the links down below. Please join Team House of Thorns, and if you've made it this far in the video, leave a dragon down in the comments below because of this book, okay? Or a moon. That also counts. Wait, y'all, I'm about to start filming a new video that I am so pumped about. And I'm so pumped for you to see whatever I end up coming up with for this. It's gonna be great, okay? Little teaser, you'll see it in a little bit. Love you, have a great day. Peace and love, everyone, bye!